every team has to stay healthy. I mean, obviously, if your quarterback goes down, you're going to suck. If your number one receiver goes down, you are going to suck. You are correct. You are 100% correct on all those people that got into my inbox and told me that. Yes, you are correct. But it is even bigger for the Indianapolis Colts. It's even bigger for the Indianapolis Colts because their depth on their team sucks. Let's be flat out honest. The depth on the Indianapolis Colts suck. If Braden Smith goes down, who are you going to put in there? Braden Smith is the right tackle for the Indianapolis Colts. He has not given up a sack in 2 straight seasons. Actually, I think it's 3 straight seasons. I re-looked it up. 3 straight seasons. Has not allowed a sack. His backup, that played a majority of the season last year because Braden Smith was hurt, averaged a sack every 10 dropbacks. Every 10 dropbacks that his backup was defending, he allowed a sack. So you go from a starting right tackle that doesn't allow a sack for 2 straight seasons to a backup that's given up a sack every 10 dropbacks. There is a huge, huge drop-off between starting right tackle and and then backup right tackle. Same thing with the receiving core. Michael Pittman Jr. When he is in there, when Michael Pittman Jr. starts and finishes the game, the Indianapolis Colts offense is a totally different offense. They're averaging 20-plus points a game, 300-plus yards on offense. Last season, he missed a couple games, right, with concussion protocol, concussion-like symptoms. That particular game, Gardner Minshew, 100 yards passing. 100 yards passing in that game. He had his starting offensive line. He had Jonathan Taylor. The only part missing was Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman Jr.'s backup, actually just the rest of the receiving core for the Indianapolis Colts is let's just say unproven. Unproven. You do have Mo Alley Cox, right? A decent tight end. Can he carry a team for you? Absolutely not. He cannot carry a team for you. Not at all, right? You, Alec Pierce. Can he truly be a number one receiver for you? No, he can't. The health of the Indianapolis Colts is more important than anybody else in the NFL because their backups are that bad. They have zero depth. Depth is lacking. James Chamberlain says that is amazing stat about Braden Smith for forgetting the backup's name. Man, why can't I remember the backup's name? Is it Freeland? I think Freeland is the backup's name. The roster isn't pulling up for me. My API must be screwed up, but it is what it is. Jim Powell is in the chat. The CFO of Pigskin Pundit says Kelsey is going to learn from Bowers. Going to learn from Bowers, he says. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Garner's going to rip up this season. You are right, Ryan. You are right. He's going to rip up this season. He's going to be ripping up a lot of playbooks on the sideline because he's going to be sitting behind Adrian O'Connell all season long. Adrian O'Connell is going to suck monkey balls all season long. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to have 3 wins, potentially going into Week 16. And oh, by miracle, we want to tank and we're going to win the last game of the season. Gardner Minshew, guys, is a decent stop-fill quarterback. Gardner Minshew could potentially be one of the best backups in the NFL. He is not a starter. Okay? Gardner Minshew is not a starter. That's no knock on Gardner Minshew. Just some people are not meant to be starters. Chase Daniels, long-term backup for the Kansas City Chiefs and went over to the Arizona Cardinals last season, right? I think he started 1 year in the NFL, was freaking horrible. But every time he came in relief for the Kansas City Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes dislocated his kneecap or did this or did that, Chase Daniels came in and won football games. Hell, last season when the Kansas City Chiefs were really down on their luck, I want to say it was before Christmas game, because obviously they lost the Raiders game, but Patrick Mahomes sprains his ankle right before the last drive going into halftime. Insert Chase Daniels. He orchestrates a great drive down the field. Gets him a touchdown, actually, I think, if I remember correctly. Gardner Minshew is that type of guy. He comes in and gives you a spark for a quarter, for a game, potentially 2 games.